Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh my gosh, let's see who we have here today. Holy cow, who we have here today. This is amazing. Good morning from Houston. Jamie Duke, you are the first one to respond. Bang, like that. You already had it typed in, didn't you? Good morning from Valparaiso, Indiana. Kate Ross. Happy Monday morning, Virginia Dean. Karen Hall from Snellville, Georgia. Cold Plano, Texas. Candy White. I'm in Orlando, and it's almost cold enough to call school off here today. It'll be 62 in the afternoon, which is cold here. So, uh, Monday from chilly Minnesota, Laura Anderson, and good morning in St. Louis, Tim Kister and Tom Kane. Good morning, Kimberly Hunt, Mary Craddock from Ontario. I bet it's a little chilly there. Michelle Mayo, she's on a layover and still made the call. She's on a layover at the Miami airport. Caitlin Rackley from Mississippi, and Arlene Quirk from Pennsylvania. Brian Forrester from Florida. Debbie Harding from Louisiana. We have our California, right? Wilmington, Delaware. Cheryl Stewart. Holy cow, are we like worldwide? I did see some people from Italy and Australia who are part of the group, and I'm guessing that they're not making these webinars just because of the time difference. But Karen Benefield from Southern California. Janice McMillan from Valdosta, Georgia, and onward and upward. And wow, what an awesome group. Karen Kaiser from Waterloo, Iowa. She is Iowa Real Estate. Oceanside, California with Mike Wynn. Wonderful. Well, I will tell you what, you guys are rocking and rolling. And here's what's cool, right? Here's what's cool is that, I talk about, and I know that we're going to have, we probably have 100 people sign on between right on time and 5 minutes late. Isn't that interesting? Um, but right now we have 140, actually 142 now, but 140 plus of you out of the 20,000 that were invited, right? So you're not even in the top 1%. You're in the top one half of 1% who shows up no matter what. And you have to realize that in real estate, at least 80% of success is showing up consistently and consistence, right? So great to have you, Lisa Medford. Great to have you. And so, how about these pictures? Are you guys loving the sunrise pictures that you're seeing? I mean, they're just like wow. There are some just absolutely. I mean, oh my gosh, the top right picture is so serene. Yeah, it looks cold there, but man, how nice. And then, how about this? There's a sunrise, right? The sun is rising. And then how about the timing on this picture with the lightning, you know? And that leads us to today. By the way, if you want your picture or photo featured, make sure you're tagging 30 mornings. My team is out during the day looking for those photos. And if you're not seeing your photos, it's probably because you're not tagging hashtag 30 mornings. And the 30 mornings needs to be all one word. So welcome to day 8. And the weekend winner is Beth Adelaide. And congratulations, Beth. That's awesome. Beth, please email 30mornings@gmail.com to claim your prize. And what a what a picture. I mean, that could win a photo contest picture. So beautiful picture. So today, day 8, Monday, we're up a little bit earlier. Notice that we didn't just jump into waking up an hour earlier. We're waking up 30 minutes earlier than the start time, but 15 minutes earlier than last week. We're gently easing our body into the biorhythms of an earlier rise, right? Today, our focus is affirmations and appreciations. This is part 1, part 2 is tomorrow. I will tell you that these are some of my favorite subjects. They just are. They probably done more to change this week with affirmations, appreciations, and visualization have been more instrumental in changing my life than maybe anything else. So very, very powerful. Digital support. We do an app and site scavenger hunt. What have you found out there for meditation and for quiet time and for prayer? What are some of the apps that you've found out there? And go ahead and answer that question in the questions box. It's almost like questions. The questions box is actually more um, for answering questions than it is asking questions. Yeah. So Calm, stop, breathe, and think. I had not heard of that one, Lori. Calm, Headspace app. Um, yeah, I love Calm. A lot of you are loving Gaia. Jennifer, you had mentioned that before. I need to check that out. YouTube. Yeah, someone mentioned it last week with Calm, and I just wondered what you'd found this week in just kind of your app. The Monks of Norcia. Karen, you need to email me that. I've never heard of that, but I'm all over that. Yeah, YouTube has great 15-minute guided meditations for free. Absolutely. And people are like, well, YouTube, that's a website. I don't want to open my computer. Here's the thing, you don't have to open your computer. Your phone opens YouTube just as easily or maybe easier than your computer, right? And then Phyllis Miller said the universe has one. And Hector Renteria, that's the one I was talking about today, is one that I've recently discovered. I actually downloaded it yesterday and I used the 5-minute meditation yesterday, literally. Um, and it's called Insight Timer. So you may want to check out the Insight Timer app. I love it. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There are probably some people missing today because their kids are out of school, which is an interesting thing, right? The kids are missing and the parents are missing. So that's not good, but I understand, right? We have to do what we can do. The quote of the day today is from Martin Luther King Jr. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. And isn't that the truth, right? You can really tell a lot from someone when we see them in a stressful situation. It's not when they're comfortable and it's convenient, but truly in the challenge. And isn't that a great quote for real estate? Everything's hunky-dory when it's hunky-dory, but we really find out a lot about people when a closing date is challenged or a threat to the closing comes up or multiple offers pops up, right? Which seems to be something that's happening quite a bit in the market. So I am going to talk about this in terms of personal challenge. And I mean when it comes to challenging you, right? When you have a personal challenge, I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. So, congrats, you made it to Monday. You are the top 1/2 of 1%. And I would say you're in the top 1%, right? We're over 200 now with attendees, but you made it, right? You're rocking it. So what I want to talk about is, show up no matter what. How did you do this weekend? How did you do this weekend? Did you sleep in on Sunday instead of Saturday? Tell me about your weekend. How did you do as far as like the schedule is to sleep in on Saturday and then wake up a little bit earlier on Sunday just to make today easier to wake up, right? So yeah, Kendra's like epic fail. Well, Kendra, I'm not sure if epic fail. You made it to here, right? The reason we do the weekend the way we do it is to help you make your Monday easier. Candy's like, I did not sleep in either day, right? I get that. Yeah, many of you are like, well, it was actually the opposite for me. I woke up early on Saturday and then slept in on Sunday. Listen, it's all good, right? Laura Fowler, right? She got up a little bit later on Saturday and woke up earlier on Sunday. Um, Yeah, Liz Smith is early Saturday and then up even earlier on Sunday. Of course, that was to catch a plane. Isn't it interesting when we have an appointment, how good we are at getting up, right? Yeah, I wake up early 7 days a week. Kara, I'm with you, right? Yeah, now I'm waking up at 4:30 no matter what. Mary Krumanacher. Candy says I got up to stay consistent. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I slept in Saturday, but was able to get up Sunday earlier. Only one saver away, right? Um, yeah, exactly. Up by 5 a.m. both days. Um, Janice is like, I've been getting up. It's more of I love savers for the structure. I love 30 mornings for the structure. Um, yeah, up on Sunday, soccer game got me up at 5:30 each morning. That's amazing. Belinda Heisner. Matthew Kleinman woke up early both days and worked. Slept in Sunday instead of Saturday. Good stuff, right? Yeah, so Tim Kisters, I spent time keeping honest with my accountability partners, reading and exploring meditations. And this is really what 30 mornings is all about, is exploring and getting a feel for what you do and what you like. So, but here's what I want you to know. I want to warn you about something that's going to come up. Now, personally, I have seen, as I'm adapting this, is that in the beginning, I would have these spurts of awesome energy, right? Almost like when you're doing a fast or a cleanse or something like that. And some of you are going to feel that this week. You're going to feel like, wow, like I'm on fire. Somebody call the fire department because I'm on fire. But I want you to know that you're also going to feel something else in the next week or two. And I want to just let you know about it because it's going to happen and it's normal and it's okay, right? Some of you may have already experienced this, but it's called success suicide. And success suicide is really all it is your subconscious is trying to agree with reality, right? So what it does is it tries to hold you back a little bit, right? And the success suicide is one of those where it's the breakdown before the breakthrough, right? So this is the wall of success suicide. This is what it looks like, right? Truly. I mean, that is that is like So you could see if you haven't had allergies forever, you could see them rear up. If you haven't been sick for years, and if a lot of this is new to you, you could find yourself sniffling a little bit. You could find yourself having a little bit of a fever. You could, if you could see yourself, there's things that could just happen, right? So, but you're going through this wall, and this is the tough part. I want you to know when you're experiencing that, keep showing up, keep going, keep going through, because on the other side is this, and I truly mean that, is when you break through, you are, you have broken a comfort zone in your body and in your soul and in your spirit, and you are truly freed. And you're going to feel a freedom. You're going to feel an energy. You're going to feel a vibe about yourself that is simply incredible. You're going to have more confidence in yourself. You're going to trust yourself more. You're going to believe in yourself. And so the bottom line is you're going to feel it. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Just keep going. Keep showing up no matter what. Just say you're going to show up. I don't care if I've got 50 kids at the house, right? So today is for affirmations and appreciations, which actually allows us to ease the pain of busting the bubble of success suicide, our comfort zone. Our comfort zones are bubbles, and we're in this little bubble right now. And what we need to do to take it to the next level in our life is to burst that bubble and go to the next bubble, right? We all live in comfort zones, but it's the one we're in right now is too small. We need to break it out. So affirmations is, listen, this is why I'm the one speaking to you today, right? I started out very poor. I started out in a very small town. So I had no money limiting belief. I had small town limiting belief. I had, my dad's a teacher. My mom stays home with 5 kids. Limiting belief of a lot of things. Through the power of affirmations and self-talk, it has allowed me to succeed at a higher level than I probably should have, right? If you just look at limiting beliefs. And honestly, the best is in the future for me. People are like, what's your proudest accomplishment so far? Well, it hasn't happened yet, right? I mean, I would say Max is probably my proudest, and the best sales job I've ever done is my wife. But the bottom line is there's more to come. There's bigger, there's better, there's the future. And so what I did is I said, well, I just need to show them, like, let's start the process of affirmations, and it's positive self-talk. And isn't that an interesting thought, right? Because we have enough negative self-talk, and we get enough negative from the news and enough negative from our naysayers in our life. So how about we pep ourselves up, right? Affirmations are the step of going from where you're at now to you becoming your biggest cheerleader, right? You need to be your biggest fan. You need to be your biggest cheerleader. And so here's, like, I do my affirmations and appreciations every morning. I was down in the bistro at the hotel that I'm at, and so I'm down there and I'm writing my affirmations, and it's like, you know what? I should share these, right? And I should share some of them that have made a big difference for me in the past, right? So, and I want you to write these as we go, right? I want you to do affirmations as well. You're also going to share this on Facebook, right? So you're going to do an affirmation and an appreciation for Facebook. But so I am dynamic and magnetic, right? I am charming and witty. Doggone it, aren't I? Right? Um, the next one, number 3, I am a best-selling author. Interesting one on that is on January 1st, 2010, I wrote, I am a best-selling author. Well, what's interesting about that is the book was not even, like, it was probably 80% finished. So I still had a lot of work to do, and it hadn't even come out yet. But here's what's interesting, right? That spring and that summer, the book 7L didn't come out till October of that year. Well, during the spring and summer, I was being introduced to people as a best-selling author. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even have a book out yet. That's how powerful affirmations are. Like, I am a top producer. I am a rainmaker. Those are things that if you are a current $4 million producer, I am a $10 million producer. I am a $10 million producer. If you're a $10 million producer, I am a $20 million producer. I am a $20 million producer. Every day, what's going to happen is you saying that is going to pull you towards your goals, right? Um, if you've been doing 120 transactions and your goal is 200 this year, I am a 200 transaction a year person. I am doing 200 transactions. My team, I'm leading a team doing 200 transactions, right? Every day, you repeat it over and over again, and the bubble stretches, the comfort zone stretches. And what happens is the people who need to come into your life for you to stretch that comfort zone will come into your life. When I was telling people, listen, one of my affirmations is I'm a best-selling author. What's interesting about that is I started getting connected to Dave Ramsey, Bob Berg, Tony Alessandra, Ivan Meisner, Gary Keller, right? So all these people who were best-selling authors were coming into my life. And I remember meeting Tom Hill, Dr. Tom Hill from St. Louis. And I said, yeah, so I'm writing a book and it's coming out and, it's going to be a bestseller. And he goes, oh yeah, that's easy. Right. And it's just like, it's you know what I mean? You ever had like, I'm going to run a marathon and somebody go, oh yeah, that's easy. Right. What do most people do? Most people are like, wow, that's incredible, or go, or geez, are you sure? But what's interesting about that type of person, Dr. Tom Hills, right, is like, oh yeah, that's easy, and it like breaks a piece of your brain, right? It just like, wow, you know what? It can be easy, and that's powerful. So for the sake of time, listen, guys, I I could talk on affirmations and appreciations for a week of classes. It's that powerful, and we're going to talk about going deeper with this tomorrow, which I'm excited about. So I am an incredible loving father whose son brags on him often, right? I'm an incredible loving husband whose wife sings his praises all the time, right? I mean, these are this is where you're going, right? And notice that there's a piece of truthfulness to these, right? I mean, you really are a $10 million producer mentally when you're doing 4 million. If you are looking to grow, you're going to get to 10 million. You are. So why not just affirm it and make it happen faster? So, what is your affirmation? I want you to share in the questions box. What is your affirmation? You guys have been listening so intently. We're over 95% attentiveness on the audience view. So tell me, um, you know, what is your affirmation? Say, I am blank, right? I am a hardworking and deserving person. Michelle Mayo, I encourage you to take out the hardworking, right? And put, I am a deserving person, right? What if you could deserve it and get it easily, right? Yeah, here we go. I'm a deserving person. I'm a 3 times per week exerciser, right? I'm a health freak, right? I think there's something there. I am a capper. Isn't that a great one? I am worthy. I'm a money-making machine, right? I am a 25 transaction per year agent. I am living a life full of abundance and wealth. I love to exercise. It makes me feel great. I am a disciplined and dedicated human being, no matter my focus. I'm a $20 million. By the way, wait, freeze those, freeze. Okay, no, that doesn't mean you. I mean, my team is freezing the questions box. Okay, so Tammy Yarnell and Joanne Harbor. Tammy Yarnell and Joanne Harbor. I want the two of you to meet today on the Facebook group. Okay. So you guys both said that you're $20 million producers. So what I want you to do is I want you to keep each other accountable and partner up to become $20 million producers. You're both looking for that. So both go look together. It makes it a lot more fun, right? I'm a woman with tenacity, Dory Santiago, right? I follow up like a boss, Tara Hall. I easily attract $40 million in sales now, Mary Krumanacher. Absolutely. I am a 41 transaction per year real estate agent, Nancy Marshall. I love these. I am an incredible leader of my amazing team, Brian Forrester. And Brian, I would develop that and be more specific with what that looks like, right? I am the top producing realtor in the Quad Parish area, Kelly Guidry. And quite honestly, Kelly, I thought you already were. Think about that. That's easy. You already win in my world, right? So smile. You're there. So doesn't it feel great to share your affirmations? You know? So now let's go to appreciations. With appreciations, essentially, this is something that's unique to Michael Mayer, right? I did not start I am grateful for or doing gratitudes or anything like that. But what I found is the power of the word appreciate. Appreciate, not only does it mean that you're grateful, but it also means rising in value, rising in value. So what we have is the affirmations are those things that are future self set in the present, right? I am this person I'm becoming, right? Now, appreciations are about what you appreciate about, almost like what's happened in the past that you want to grow in the future. What has happened in the past that you want to grow as you go, right? So, for instance, I appreciate my health, right? You want more health, then appreciate the health you have. I appreciate coffee. You like coffee? You're going to get more coffee by appreciating coffee. It's amazing how often coffee comes up in mine. Um, I appreciate my family's health, right? Notice that these are things that are current, but I also want more of them in the future, right? I appreciate great tasting water. I went to the Bahamas, and it's one of those where it's like, you get to, the tap water is not something you want to drink there, right? So, and then I appreciate great coaching clients who implement and do it and go, right? So, and then this morning, these are some that I did, like, just to give you examples. But this morning I write, please notice that there's power in writing them. There's power in actually taking a pen or pencil and writing and etching them into paper. And please realize when you etch them into paper, you're etching them into your brain. So today I said, I am energetic, dynamic, and powerful. And I feel like I've got more power and more energy. I am humble and appreciative, truly. I am an active listener. I have lots of phone calls today. I have 15 scheduled 30-minute appointments today, right? So being an active listener is going to be a big part of my day. I am happy and upbeat. I am productive and leading. And then under my appreciations, I said, I appreciate water. I just do. I just like that glass of water in the morning, it just peps me up. I appreciate sunshine, and some of you guys that have been in a cloudy world know what I'm talking about. I appreciate sunrise. I appreciate every sunrise. I truly do. I appreciate coffee. I said that again. And then I appreciate my health. My health is a big focus for me right now. So now I want you to write, I appreciate, and then fill out that sentence. I appreciate, what do you appreciate? I appreciate what? I appreciate my family. I love it. I appreciate my son's love. And you guys are getting it. You want to paint these in a way that it's like, I appreciate what I have and I want more of it in the future, right? I appreciate the amazing skill sets I'm learning, right? Absolutely. You want more skills, then appreciate the skills you have. I appreciate my clients, friends, and family. I appreciate my family support, loyalty. I appreciate my great coaches. I appreciate the love around me. Dory Santiago, that's a great one because do you want more love around you? Right? If you have, here's what's interesting, right? Do you want more great relationships in your life? Right? If the answer is yes, then appreciate the great relationships that you have in your life now, right? I appreciate vacations with my family. I appreciate every opportunity to learn and grow. Carrie O'Connor. Eva says, I appreciate my health, right? She did 5 of them right there. Rochelle said, I appreciate this opportunity to grow and learn. And so, Rochelle, I would even paint that with not necessarily this opportunity, but I appreciate opportunities to grow and learn, right? And Rochelle, I would also say, remember, when you don't achieve something, you don't achieve a goal, or you fail, remember that is an opportunity to grow and learn. So it's going to paint failure maybe in a different way for you, right? Fail is just an acronym. Mary Krumnacker's laughing right now because she knows everything I do is an acronym. In fact, my last name's an acronym, right? Mayor is making a home everyone's reality, right? So fail is just an acronym for first attempt in learning, right? First attempt in learning. So appreciate failure. Some of you are talking about epic fail over the weekend. Well, just appreciate it. That's okay, right? It makes you stronger. At least you were going for it. At least something was pushing you, right? So good stuff. You guys are totally getting this. Now, I want you to take out MMREA. So the Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents. And I want you to turn to page, well, it's 48 in my book. Now, some of you have the Kindle or some of you are driving, so please don't do that. But I just wanted to, we're talking about affirmations and appreciations. And so the power of affirmations before bed, right, truly make you feel a difference when it comes to the morning. And I think Laura and Mary and Colleen and a lot of you have mentioned the bedtime affirmations. But I really want you to focus on those this week. I want you to read through those each week. It's on page 48. It ends on page 49, the very top of page 49. So essentially, it's one page of affirmations. I want you guys to really focus on your bedtime affirmations this week and really focus on maybe going to bed 15 minutes earlier, right? Just a little bit earlier. So, and then the Freedom Journal, you should be up through day 7. So today is day 8, and you're going to be doing the day 8 of the 10-day sprint today. So post of the day. I appreciate whatever or whoever you appreciate, and then you're going to tag 30 mornings. We're going to look for these online today, my team and I. And so you're just going to put on your whatever, I appreciate, and then whatever or whoever you appreciate. If you tag them, it actually tags their name, which is kind of cool, right? So your action steps, like what's the next step, right? So for tomorrow, we're once again, we're getting up 30 minutes earlier than the start time, your starting start time. So same time as today. So you're going to do 6 minutes of savers, or you're going to do your silence plus affirmations and appreciations, right? So 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I did my affirmations and appreciations today in about 2 minutes, right? So that can be a very fast part of your day. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about more permanent affirmations, going above and beyond daily affirmations, and how to go deep with appreciation, right? Today, write in your Freedom Journal, do your day 8. Some of you aren't doing the Freedom Journal, you're missing out. If you just say, listen, I'm going to show up, I'm going to read it, I'm going to do the Freedom Journal, you're going to see leaps and bounds in your mental attitude and your results. So finish strong on the first sprint. This is the first sprint. Finish strong here. 8, 9, 10, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just really finish strong. And then read MMREA Chapter 8 for tomorrow. I know some of you finished, but do me a favor. Go back. Read Chapter 8 again. It's a really good chapter. It starts to show the leapfrog that Rick has. So, ladies and gentlemen, you made it. You made it to Monday. 212 of you, right? Which is a great number, right? 212. At 211, water is really hot. At 212, it's steam, and you can actually propel trains, something as heavy as a train at 212 degrees, right? So you rock. You're awesome. Please remember your photos of your sunrise. Make sure you're tagging 30 mornings. Write your Facebook post of the day. I appreciate whatever or whoever you appreciate. Make sure you're tagging hashtag 30 mornings. And listen, all you're doing is reading Freedom Journal and moving forward, right? So just little bits each day, moving forward. And I hope you're feeling what I'm feeling, right? The sense of achievement, the sense of purpose, the sense of moving forward, the sense of growth. And trust me, it's coming. You're just going to have one of these days that are so wildly productive, off the charts that you're going to just talk about life change. And I'm so blessed to be a part of it. I'm blessed to be a part of your journey. I appreciate you. I love you and your effort. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day. 30 mornings. Rise and shine. It's your time to rise and shine.